Hey guys, how we doing today? I'm the Chef Max, and this is my Chef Lynn over here. We're here today to do our cooking show with you, and like I said, we're just going to do something simple today. What we got here going on is I got a little Alavaca sauce, cream vodka sauce going on. It's like a marinara with a little heavy cream, vodka, and some cheese that's been added to it already. It's going on the stove right now. It's been heating up just a little bit. And then I got stuffed tortellinis I bought from the store today.
We love these. We use these a lot when it's perfect because you can just, everything's ready and it tastes really good. You throw it in, no time, dinner's ready. You throw some sauce on it, maybe a salad with it, and la-di-da, you have a decent dinner. So
Batoni, we got Batoni here. Two flavors. We got a 3 cheese tortellini, and I said sausage earlier, but I guess I meant chicken and garlic. You know, chicken, sausage, pretty much the same stuff. Hey, Heather Britt, how you doing?
Hey,
today?
Heather Britt.
But we're gonna wait for our water to get to boiling, and we'll throw these little guys in and get them to cooking. And we got our sauces marinating right now, or heating up.
And Max is doing something tonight that I used to do all the time. So he bought just a jar of,
I got
sauce.
Rayo's vodka sauce.
And he's gonna fancy it up, basically.
Just add a little bit to it, because actually Rayo's is actually a pretty good sauce. You don't really have to do too much to it. I just add a little bit more garlic, a little bit more seasoning to it, and just a little splash more Romano cheese in there.
Yeah.
So
see, I would take just a Hunt's spaghetti sauce. It's usually $10 for $10, and I would throw all my seasonings in it. And you really couldn't tell a huge difference between that and homemade. And I don't know about y'all, but I am all about easy peasy. So as he gets that ready, I hope you guys have had a good week so far. We are,
oh fuck!
Boy, you are just awful.
Got a little Fushi walking in here. Yeah.
Y'all, excuse the man behind the curtain. So
That's not really a man. It's just Keith.
he's my man.
No.
So, like I said, I hope y'all are having a good week. Hot, very hot. And we have been running crazy around here lately. So, not a whole lot going on now, but past 2 weeks have been quite busy. For those of you who follow me anyway, you'll know that I've been working on my office, and for the most part, it's done. I do need to put up a closet door, which will hopefully be a barn style, because it needs to serve 2 purposes, not only as a closet door, but also to hide a whiteboard when it doesn't need to be seen. So, what?
Oh, I'm just listening to it.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm actually doing another project too, which I'm working now at the Social Goat Tavern down in Covington, in the
on camera again later.
square down there. So just, basically just having fun, working as I normally do.
Yeah, and actually I went to the Social Goat for lunch, and it was really good.
Good.
And our wait staff was amazing. I couldn't tell you her name. I don't remember.
Don't ask me either.
No, but she was really awesome, and she was very attentive and did a great job. Of course, that place is huge, so there's plenty of seating and lots of good atmosphere. And of course, it's right next door to one of my favorite stores, which is the Soapbox in Covington on the Square. And they make all these lotions and soaps and powders and all kinds of good, bath bombs and all kinds of neat stuff. So if you've never checked out either one of those places, definitely go by and see everybody there. They would appreciate your business. So try to support your local businesses. That would be great. So I was reading an article this week, and it was quite informative because it was talking about, which I'm seeing a lot of, is where parents are ailing and children are having to either step in financially or step in and either move them into assisted living or move them in with them So for those of you that are my age or a little older, you're probably starting to think about this and to talk to people who are dealing with this. And hold on, this radio feels like it keeps getting louder and louder. That's good.
Extreme close up. Dang.
So, did y'all know that there is actually a financial counselor? And it's someone who can actually go in and look at your finances and advise you how to lessen your financial stress. I did not know that there were these people, and I'm quite excited.
Actually, I did.
Did you?
Yep,
I think that's pretty cool.
I'm actually dealing with one right now.
Oh.
My cousin.
Well, and a financial advisor, different from a financial counselor. Counselor kind of delves down into the way you spend money, the way you manage your money,
Right.
and the reason maybe why you're managing your money poorly.
That's it.
What is your mental reason for the way you deal with your money and the way you deal with the stress of handling your money or bills and ways to get rid of the stress? So yes, a financial advisor can do that, but I don't know that they can delve into, well, you know, my mom used to make me pick pennies up off the road and now I'm just like crazy. I don't know, you know, that was...
I used to go swimming in wishing wells and pull... No, I'm just kidding.
No, but do you guys remember people who used to collect cans and turn them in for money? See, our kids have no idea about that kind of stuff. How you'd go along and you would collect cans to get money and you could turn it in and get 5 cents. Same way, we remember bottles. When I was a kid growing up, you could turn in a bottle and get money back from it. And I think that's so cool. I wish they would do it again.
Well, they still do aluminum cans. I don't think they do the glass bottles anymore.
In certain states they do.
Aluminum cans are somewhat, they bounce back and forth in values.
Yeah.
But you just have to have a whole bunch to really make a big deal about it.
I'm bringing y'all a little closer. Hold on, people.
Oh my God. I'm glad I brushed my hair for this.
Oh, that ain't gonna work.
Oh,
Okay, there we go. So, I thought, I don't think I like that, y'all. Hey, Matthew. Ryan Ross. Yeah, I don't like that very much. So, let's see who we have on with us tonight. Allison. Hi, Miss Allison. And we have Tony. Hey, Tony. And we have Marissa. Hey. Of course, Ryan. And Gary. Hey, Gary. And Melody. One of my favorite people. Richard, how are you this evening? Courtney. Oh, it's so good to see you. And Heather, of course, we've already said hey numerous times to Miss Heather because we love her too. So,
She's got the big birthday coming up here soon. Yeah.
y'all make sure to let us know when you got birthdays. Actually, don't worry about it. Facebook will tell me because Facebook knows everything.
It's about to be Heather Britt's birthday week. I know that because August 1st is right around the corner for her.
So, but yeah, the article I said was talking about how this woman, her parents had done really well all their life, saved their money, did exactly what they were supposed to do, and one of their daughters wanted to open a child care place. Ended up, a year later, it went out of business, and the parents lost everything that they had saved up to take care of themselves for the rest of their life. So one daughter steps in to help out, and she ends up getting very frustrated, and she about herself bankrupts because of trying to make sure to take care of the parents. And it basically, oh, and by the way, this was in the AARP magazine, which I'm like the little kid sneaking into your parents' bedroom to find out what all the cool stuff is that you're not supposed to be seeing. So I guess
actually a member.
So I do keep up with it. Because they've got some great articles in there for aging in place. And since I do help a lot of people who have parents or even the parents themselves are downsizing, aging in place and whatnot, I definitely want to know how I can be of help to them and the best help to them. So, but I thought that was a pretty interesting article because it did delve into how one child, of course, was upset at the other siblings because she felt like she had taken the brunt of the load and they weren't helping. So it talked about how you sit down and be brutally honest. And then it brought around to me, it hit a note with me because there'll be times that we'll have friends that'll go, hey, let's go eat and let's go do this and let's go do that. And a lot of times you don't want to tell somebody, hey, I really don't have the extra income to do that. And it's not that I can't sometimes, it's just I have, like all of you should have, we have goals. We have things that we want to do, and to do those things you have to save money. So, but you really don't want to say to someone, hey, I don't have the extra money to go do that. But when you do finally step up and say, hey, sorry guys, not going to be able to do it, you will start to see that a lot of people really are spending frivolously.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I went to Pierce County High School. Don't ask me about English.
Frivolously, right, y'all? Frivolously. Shut up. I can't say that word either. Let me try that. Specific. Did I say it? Specific. Haha! Specific. I said it. So, you'll find out that a lot of people actually shouldn't be spending the money either. It's just kind of a peer pressure thing. But I don't fall to peer pressure much. Unless I'm the one trying to push everybody into the peer pressure.
Should be the one trying to jump off the bridge and, yeah, come on.
I'm not jumping off a bridge.
I'll push you off. I'll push you off. Okay, I'm not jumping no more.
No, exactly. Y'all go first. I'm right behind you. So,
Let's cook this other one. We're going to throw some bread in.
we're going to add some bread to dinner. Which we don't do hardly ever, which is good.
Yeah.
Because we are trying to eat better. At this age, you got to start watching your cholesterol and all that boring stuff. But kind of want to hang out with my family for as long as possible. I'm old. I am mature.
I'm just kidding. She's a very young woman. Trust me. I don't tell women's age.
I will be 45 in October. I don't care. I will be 45 in October, and I have had a very good life and done a lot of fun things, and the party is not over yet. So, anyway, and that whole not telling a woman's age, I don't really care. The older I get, I'm gonna brag about it. Because then I can get away with stuff, y'all. I'll tell you another way to get away with stuff. Act stupid. If somebody really doesn't know you, huh?
No
I'm a
regrets
professional.
at all.
No regrets, by the way.
No regrets, yeah. Not even one letter.
Yeah, not even one. Not a regret. So, if you act really stupid and they don't know that you're quite intelligent, you can get away with so much. And it helps if you're blonde.
She's blonde.
See? Helps if you're blonde. So,
But I'm a cheap one.
my dad used to do that all the time. He'd pretend that he was dumber than a box of rocks. And the man was one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. And people will tell you stuff. They'll tell you all kinds of stuff if they think you're stupid.
Stupid is, stupid does. Mama said those were my magic shoes.
So, we have, the past 2 days haven't been the best, but you know what? Those days are about to be over and gone. And you just sometimes have to roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. Roll, there we go, with the punches. So, let's see who else is hanging out with us tonight. Colleen!
Hey, Miss Colleen.
Love me some Miss Colleen. Why does it say I didn't wave? I waved at all these people. Trying to, anyway.
Waving away.
I guess not. Oh, Pickles. No,
Cancel,
stop
cancel.
that. Sorry, y'all. Stop that!
Cancel. First time user over here with her phone. You know, hey, she's not really giving anybody the finger. She's
I just don't. I'm going to leave it alone,
Yeah,
y'all.
just leave it alone.
I'm going to leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
So,
Hey, everybody that's watching. We kind of know who, we don't know who, but you know.
this is from Colleen.
She's got a little apron on.
I love my aprons. I've got some cute aprons that some very nice people sent to me for this show. So, bread is going into the oven, you guys. That's Sister Schubert's bread. That stuff's good too. You can find it in the frozen food sections. And it's like a little, like, real dough, kind of doughy. It's not a hard bread. Oh, it's so good. So how long by the way, on those tortellini, you can find those in the refrigerated section of your grocery store. And almost every grocery store will have them.
Yeah, you can go to be careful a second.
Oh, okay. Butini. Butoni?
Batoni. Yeah, Batoni.
And my son is going to be so excited because this is one of his favorite dinners, is to have these. So this is a great one, like I said, for a quick weeknight meal. You're one and done.
Yeah.
You don't even have to add any meat to it.
Not really, unless you wanted to.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, you could do like the cheese one, the 3 cheese, and then you could probably just add like some Italian sausage to it, or you could add some chicken with Italian flavoring to it. It's up to you as far as that goes. Other ones I've seen people do, I've seen people take the cheese ravioli and then do like ground beef added to it to make like a cheese ravioli with a meat sauce kind of thing. Or you can like do the one stuffed with chicken and add veggies to it, or you can do it with cheese and add veggies to it, like broccoli, spinach, something to that nature. If you want to just up your meal a little bit more and give it a little bit more pizzazz, stuff like that. Squash, zucchini, broccoli, spinach are all good things just to always add into your vegetable wise.
What is y'all's dinners normally like? I mean, are you the type that the whole family is hanging out in the kitchen while you're cooking, or are you run in, throw something together? Do you pre-plan at all? Are any of you pre-plan your meals? Maybe on Sunday? I'm curious how most people do this. Because before I started doing these shows, I literally was the run in the house and try to find something that I could throw together. And it would always frustrate me to no end. I'd be so irritated by the time, because I'm trying to think of something, I'm trying to figure out how to de-thaw it, I'm trying to figure out what to cook with it. Hated it. So when we started this with Max, he would on Sunday, he would plan, we'd sit down. Sorry y'all, I thought I had this on I do. Okay. So on Sunday, we would sit down and we figure out the meal plan for the week. And then we could shop for it. I never shopped, he did. And
I grocery shop, yes.
Yes, thank goodness. So now that he has abandoned ship, gotten a real job, not that running this house wasn't a real job.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, what?
We're back to cooking some nights. And me and Grandma are not happy about it.
Actually, they got one night a week they gotta cook for.
What's that?
Tomorrow night.
Oh, okay.
I got one night shift, and then I'm on day shifts the rest of the week, so.
True, and he still is sweet enough to come home and cook for us.
After I get done from 8 to 4, I come home and I still cook a dinner for these guys.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
that's why I love them, alright?
He does. He must. Because y'all know how much I hate cooking. I hate it.
I love cooking with a passion. It's just one of those things. I don't care.
I like talking.
She does like talking.
I can meet anybody and talk the horns off of billy goats.
Yes.
They'll just hand them to me and say, I gotta go. Will you please shut up?
And if she ever decides to take you on a ride to go look at a house and talk to the people, just be prepared. You're going to be there for a good minute or two.
That's true.
But she is an excellent salesperson.
It's so funny because my kids have learned that I will talk nonstop because I find people fascinating. You know, each of you have your own story, you know, everything going on. And so what normally I would like to say, I'm like, oh, it'll only take me 30 minutes. Yeah, it's like 2 hours. So.
And we've also figured out too, when Lynn says she'll be there in 15 minutes, just go ahead and put an extra 15 minutes on that, and it's a true Lynn time.
Yes, there is Lynn time. But I will say this, when it comes to business appointments, Lynn is always on time. And if I'm not on time, even if I'm running 5 minutes late, I let people know. Because I don't know about you guys, but it is most frustrating when you're sitting at home waiting for somebody to show up and it's like 30 minutes after and there's no word from them. Well, at that point, I'm like, they better have been in an accident because this is straight rude. Your time is as important as my time is as important as your time, which is what I just said. And so, hey, mama.
Mambo Italiano.
So, yeah. But otherwise, if it's personal, there's Lynn time. And yeah. I've heard that there's certain other people that have certain times, you know? Mm-hmm. There's Lynn time. And it really kind of goes back to the Browning time. There's the Brown. That was my maiden name, Browning. And my father couldn't get anywhere on time. But he didn't have enough courtesy to call people and say, I'm going to be late. Oh, I'm coming, I'm almost there. 3 hours later. So, Buddy is back home, and so far he's doing okay. We have not had the chance to introduce him to Smalls, like
Smalls.
by themselves. We've walked them all together, and okay so far, so wish us luck because we will slowly start doing and introducing them to each other. What else? What else is going on?
Just basically, we're getting ready. School's about to start back here soon. We know that American, what's the kids' school?
Young Americans.
Young American Academy.
Starts on the 14th.
Yep. And I know probably it's going to be starting for a lot of y'all, and then it's going to be kind of weird not knowing whether or not you're going to be doing virtual classes or they're actually going to be able to go to school. And Savannah, the oldest, she's getting ready to go off to college here, so.
Yeah, and I think they start August 22nd. I'm not positive about that. But I will say, if you guys are looking for a good school, Young Americans, I highly recommend them. We were at a private school before that, and then for a short second there, we were at public school, and I have nothing too much to say about public school. I just think that I would prefer my child to be in private school where they're going to be more focused on them, and they're also going to have hopefully a harder curriculum, and also they won't tolerate disrespect. That's to me probably the biggest thing, is the disrespect or some of the undesired behaviors that you're going to see with some of the children in public school, unfortunately, because I would think because they don't have someone who loves them enough to
you look at
teach them.
Teachers nowadays in like public schools, they should be getting paid a lot more than what they are. But then they're overworked, and there's like up here, it's larger student body than there is teachers.
And unfortunately, their hands are tied when it comes to the discipline.
Now, I know down south, Pierce County didn't play with it. You know, if a teacher had to discipline the student, the teacher disciplined the student. You know, they had permission from the parents to do so. That, or they sent them to the office. And you saw Dr. Buckner. If you know anything about Pierce County High School, you remember Dr. Buckner and those big forearms and that big old paddle he had. So
I wonder how many schools still paddle. I don't know that you're going to find many today that still paddle.
I don't know.
I have no idea, especially public schools. I'm not positive.
Yeah, it could depend on what area you're in, though. I mean.
But I do know one of the hot subjects right now is parents who are on the fence as to whether send children back or let them do online. And I have myself been on the fence because we have a very large household, and I thought about the fact that if Phoenix were to come home and bring it home, all of us, it would not be good if it started spreading throughout this house. There's just, me and my husband both are self-employed, and you know, you just really can't afford to be dealing with that. But I also think that he needs that social interaction. and he needs to be in school, and he needs to have a little bit of that structure that school provides, and the one-on-one attention that he can get. So it's been very hard trying to choose what I thought would be best. And God forbid that a child gets sick and pass away. As a parent, I personally would beat myself up for the rest of my life about it, thinking that had I not sent them to school, that would have never happened, and I would never put my child in harm's way. But it is hard. It's very hard. And of course, there's really no one out there that you can go to and say, hey, give me advice for what you think I should do, because this has never been experienced.
Yeah, it's still up in the air of what to do, wear a mask, not to wear a mask. You know, nobody knows what to do with this COVID stuff. It's so many, you know.
Now, I don't particularly like wearing a mask, but out of respect for others when I'm out, I know that there's people out there who have very low immune systems, and if I was one of those person, I would be walking around with a mask on. So out of respect for those people, I wear a mask when I'm in a store. Do I enjoy it? I hate it with a passion. And that was the other thing that, you know, in school, they're going to be wearing a mask all day long. And being that they're young, look like something from Planet of the Apes. He looks interesting. He's a little scary looking, don't y'all think?
I see you here. We're going to take over the planet now. Nah.
So, in school, they're going to be wearing these masks all day long. And, you know, I see it being next to impossible to keep these younger kids social distanced. They're just not going to think about it. I still, to this day, are constantly on my kids about washing their hands. I'm a fanatic and have always been a fanatic about washing my hands, not touching my face, not rubbing my eyes with my hands. I've just always been that way. And trying to teach my kids, I'm going to smack you. You're supposed to be 6 feet away. Trying to teach your kids to wash their hands.
All right, now I'm 6 feet away.
Is very, I don't think you realize the consequences of this unless you go through dealing with someone who's been sick, or you're much older and don't feel so invincible. So not only are these poor teachers going to have to teach in this, they're also got to deal with trying to keep these kids from being all over each other. So, I mean, and here's the other thought, you know, what if one has a sinus headache and he says he has a headache? Are they going to require him to go have a COVID test before he can come back to school? I've seen the COVID test, y'all. That is no joke, and it looks so very, 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 very uncomfortable, and for like a 10-year-old, that would be traumatizing. So it's just, there's a lot of questions that you don't know, you know. Fortunately, time will tell, and we'll just make it through. And hopefully make it through to the other side, and everybody will be okay.
We're going to the other side.
So, but that's it. That's all that's going on.
We just knocked her off her soapbox, so no, I'm just kidding.
Nah.
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 Nah. Forget about it, yeah? But anyway, our dinner's almost done.
Oh, you know what else? There's a lot of places right now, you guys. I had the funniest thing happen to me in Savannah the other day. We were riding through a CVS parking lot, and we had just finished from getting out of CVS, and a man stopped me, and he had his trunk open, and he said, "Would you like some free vegetables and fruit?" And I'm like, I guess. And he hands me this giant box of vegetables and fruit. And there are so many places right now that are giving away. You do not have to be hurting for food, because most of these places are getting tons and tons of fruits and vegetables and they need to get rid of it so it doesn't go bad. So when y'all see these churches, that are giving away fruit and vegetables, they would love it if you want to stop in and grab a box, because again, there's so much that they're getting that they can't, and they can't keep up, and a lot of this is going to go bad. So make sure.
Don't worry if it's a white van that says free candy on the top. I'm just kidding. The free candy, still stay away from that van.
That's funny. Yes, and we have the original creeper van. It's like a big giant pumpkin, but it definitely would make a very good creeper van.
We're gonna put Charlie Brown's great big pumpkin on the back of it. And
we had
ride
talked
around.
about during Halloween dressing it up and putting the little sock on the top.
That would be.
But used to, I knew where my husband was. He couldn't hide.
We'll say trunk or treat on that one.
So, but yeah, stop into some of those places, grab you some fruit and vegetables. And I promise nobody's gonna look down and be like, "Oh, you're broke." No, no judgment.
No, we've been getting free vegetables a lot here. We love it. Jessica McGinnis, thank you again. The guy that just randomly stopped in the parking lot. If you're watching, hey, thank you.
Yeah.
Neighbors have been giving us cucumbers and tomatoes. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Which have been really nice. And Max even made some salsa that I'm trying to get over to them, but they work as much as we do.
Nice salsa.
Oh, there's a little hummingbird, which I talked about last time, was about hummingbirds. I talked about it on my Monday show.
Real estate show.
So, for those of you who are getting hummingbirds right now, let me tell you that red dye that they put in hummingbird mix is not good for the birds, first of all. Second of all, to make hummingbird juice, or whatever you want to call it.
It's basically a simple syrup, but listen to what she tells you.
So it's 2 or 3?
3.
3 cups of sugar to 1 cup of water. You boil it and you get it all mixed up, and that's all it is, you guys. Put it in your fridge and refill your hummingbird feeders every so often, but you do need to clean them out once a week. They will get moldy, especially if they're sitting in the sun, and they'll also get ants on them. But the hummingbirds, the bees, those things really need. Hummingbirds every year come back to the same location. And if you've been feeding your hummingbirds, they're going to come back looking for their nectar. So definitely, I think right now is a big time for them. I am looking at one that is all over my Confederate jasmine right now.
So, like you said, if you can't make it, if you don't feel like making it, and you stop by the liquor store to get you a bottle of wine or whatever that you do, there's
Simple syrup.
Simple syrup also as a bar mixture, or you can get it in the grocery store too while you're there.
Yeah.
Just go over to the aisle where it's the mixtures of margarita mix, all that other good stuff, grenadine. You know, it'll be right there.
Yep.
So that's other good stuff too.
And I would highly recommend, I've had enough hummingbird feeders throughout my life. Don't buy any that are plastic here for Georgia heat, because it will end up basically baking it, and you may get a year or 2 use out of it before it is shot. So try to find one that's made out of glass, preferably metal around it, somewhere they can perch. And they have now become very smart with these things. They've made little wells at the top that keep the ants from getting down into the actual juice. So that is my little bit there. I think next week we're going to have Talk Like a Pirate Day on Tuesday, if I can remember. Because that's fun. That's always fun.
They are matey.
Gosh.
They'll be a little bit piratey high.
And they get to steal the booty.
Now, what was the pirate's favorite letter of the alphabet?
R.
No, it was the C.
We're full of corny jokes around here.
Yay, thank you.
So
1,000 starving comedians out there, and I'm still trying to take somebody else's job. So
our tortellini is done.
everything's done.
Everything's done. See?
Yep.
So how easy. Like
Very
I said,
easy, simple night.
throw you a little salad together, got your rolls, and you make sure to sit down with your family. Try it. Try it one time. Sit down at dinner with everybody in your family and sit and talk. Here's the other kicker. No cell phones allowed at the table. If a cell phone goes off, ask everybody to put them on silent, because that's also very, very irritating. But no cell phones allowed at the table. That way you're forced to talk to each other. And
Yeah, sometimes it's.
if you got little kids, it's really nice to teach them to ask for permission before they leave the table. That is my 2 cents. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Stay tuned Friday for our 12 o'clock show.
Bye, guys.
Love y'all.
Remember to wash your hands.
And remember
Be safe out there.
to go see him at Social Goat,
Come by the Social Goat Tavern and see me.
and to check out our website at lynnpynk.com. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
Good night.
Good night. Adios.